Welcome back, guys. So right now I've done the comic book design, which is the panel layout and everything. So we have the comic strip layout already, which the name of the comic book will be Against the Whole World comic book, and we have each issues and their pages and their four panels. So we are using the four panel design layout. So we have them all here. So we can start from the first panel to the last panel, which has issues. So now the story is meant to end at issue 11. This is about 79 pages. So this is a good arc for you to create your novel, your comic book. So here we are. So this is issue 1 right now. So now issue 1. So we're going to start the whole character sheet thing. So we need a character sheet and an animation style. So what I want to do now is that I'm going to have the character sheet. So what I want to do now is to create the character sheet, of course. So how do we create a character sheet? I think I'll create something new right now. So I'm going to create something new, which is a blank document again for the character sheet. So here, the same prompt we'll be using from the very beginning is a very long prompt, which we started from the very beginning. And we have a storyline. From the storyline, we converted it to a long form novel. From a long form novel, we actually did a comic strip adaptation for a comic strip layout, which we are currently. So what I want to do now is to make sure I have a style sheet and an animation sheet. So I would say I want to create these the characters. I want to create the characters and scenes using the 3D 3D animation rotoscope rotoscoping style. So I need a style sheet. I need an I need a style sheet and a core character block sheet to keep the characters consistent throughout the issue of comic book book, so the design stays consistent. Okay, so we have something like this. I want to create the characters and scenes. Okay, I want to create the characters and scenes using a 3D animation rotoscoping style. That's the choice I chose. You could choose anything. If you want it in an anime, if you want to create a superhero comic book, you can. But this is just a sample of how you can go about it. Since we've talked about animation and different types of animation, you could choose from the different types we have to choose your 3D animated characters. So we have a 3D animation rotoscoping style for the characters. Yes, for the characters. Yes, so we have this. So let's see what ChatGPT does for us, why we need these character sheets. So that's what our character sheets will be like. So let's have these right now. So let's wait for ChatGPT to give us the result of our character sheet and 3D animation rotoscoping style sheet. So this is a strong move. If you are doing 3D animation plus rotoscoping style, consistency is everything, proportion, silhouette, lightning behavior. So I will structure this into overall visual style guide, core character block sheet, make character sheet, facial acting and rotoscopy performance rule. So here we have the full style, which has the whole reflection of what we need. So I'm going to copy this right now. So we have the core character block sheet, which we have base adult character and everything. So let's see what we have right now. So having a style sheet is actually something that would work for us. So let's copy this right now. Let's copy this and let's have it right here as our style sheet. So here we are. So we have our style sheet and we have the main book. So here we have it. So we're going to have Against the World comic character style sheet. So this will be our style sheet. of course, and here we are. So I'm going to have the main document here. So here we are. So we could actually have this cleaned up, so we can have our, yes, so we have this right now. So we have the global style, which is the style sheet. So here we are, and we have the hybrid look. Everything looks good. So here we are. This is just the style sheet, and yeah, we can proceed with what we have right now. So let's see how we can bring all this together and make it a full book. So let's have this. So it says create AI ready image generation prompts for each character, which is what we need. So yes, we need an AI ready image generation prompts for each character with a turnaround sheet, create custom. So let's have this. Let's have this. This is the next thing we want. So let's see if that works for us. And always make sure it is defined as a 3D animation in rotoscope in rotoscope 3D style, 3D animation style. So let's have something like this so that it defines our characters, and that would actually give us a very good way to have our style sheet. So let's see what this would be. So let's see. So we have this, always append this style block to every character generation. So we have the style, global style lock attached to every character prompt, which is necessary. So we have the characters, and the characters have their prompts. So this is the master character prompt. So character turnaround sheet of front view, side view. So this is the turnaround sheet, expression sheet, and everything looks good right now. So all we want to do now is to have this copied. If you want next, I can create full body T-pose, create Unreal Engine, build a cinematic, generate AI storyboard prompt for full episode. Tell me which AI tool you'll be using. So, and I'll optimize the prompt specifically for that engine. So I'll use Imagen. I'll be using, so let me define what I'm using. I'll be using Imagen 4. Yes. So let's see what that will be. So I'll be using Imagen 4. So let's see what the results will be. So excellent. Imagen 4 responds best to, so here we have it. So we have our style, making sure the Imagen 4 looks good. So we have everything looking great right here, each character. So we could actually see what each character looks like. So for instance, let's test one of the prompts right now. So these Amara Reese. So let's have this right now. I'm gonna erase right here. So let's copy this, and let's come back right now to flow. So let's use flow to see what the character would look like. So I'm just using that to generate the first character set, so we see what the first character looks like in this story. So here we are, and let's see what the character looks like. So some of the prompts are violations. So it says this might violate our policy about generating prominent people. Please try a different prompt. Yes, so see what the result is. So let's tell it to ChatGPT that that's what we got. So this is the error message we got. So this is the error message gotten. Okay, can you make sure it complies? So we can now ensure it complies. So we say, can you make sure it complies with the Imagen 4 policy policies on flow? Okay, so let's have this sent so we can have a refined prompt. So it's going to work on image on this Imagen 4 on flow. So let's see what we have right now. So good, this common image flow trigger. What is happening? Sometimes flags prompt that include full realistic human names. Yes, so that is being perfect. So this is a safer version of our character sheet. So let's have that. So now it says write them in ultra minimal. So let's have this right now. Let's test the first character to ensure that everything looks good. So let's have the first character right now. So this is the first character. So let me generate that right away and see what we have. So I'm going to have this right now, and have this sense. So let's see if it generates our character right now. So that's how to get a character sheet. So I'm having a character sheet right here, and everything would be okay. So let's have a character sheet right now. So let's wait for this to generate our first character so we can know what we are into. So here we are, which is good. So the character looks good right now for a rotoscoping style. So you see that it looks consistent, which is perfect for us. So let's have this copied. Let's have our character sheet copied, and that way we have a character sheet. So let's have it copied and let's bring it right here to have it pasted. So we are going to have something like this. So let me have something like this from here. So let's have this pasted. So we have our character sheets that way. So this is the character sheet from one. So let's see, each characters would be right here. So we have these right now. So let's see. Okay, so this is one. Let's have one, two, because I will not need all these presets, of course. I just need the character sheet prompt straight up. So let's have this removed. Let's have this removed till we have the main character prompt. So let's have all this. Okay, so this is where we are. Okay, so here we have this. So this is where the character sheet starts from, which is flow compliant. So here we have the main block that has all this. So here we have the Amara and everything looks good right now. So these are character sheets right away. So we have a character sheet and we can move to the next where we break each panel down and everything flows together. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.